Hey nerds, so today's video is going to be a little bit serious. Something that I think that not enough people talk about and needs to be addressed, and I'm going to say some very serious things, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to do it either way. We need to talk about depression, and it's incredibly hard to talk about. I suffer from depression. Not a lot of people know that in my personal life, and I found it incredibly difficult to talk about with many people that are incredibly close to me because they don't get it. And it's not really their fault. It's hard to explain and understand something that you don't feel yourself. And I get that. But it becomes incredibly frustrating very often when someone who means so much to you can't quite grasp that you're not okay. And I've struggled a lot with that recently, with a couple different people in my life. And I don't know what I'm gonna do if they find these videos. That's fine. I'm not gonna name any names, obviously, but I don't know. You probably know who you are. Either way, the thing about depression is that every person experiences it differently, I believe, and you get different degrees of it, and it comes in different forms. It really does, and the way people display emotions is very different from each other. So what depression looks like on one person will look completely different on someone else, and that's hard for some people to understand as well. Like exwardly, that's a word. On the outside, yes, I seem to be a very happy person. If you watch my main channel videos, if you talk to me in real life, I display happiness, and I always try to do that because happiness matters a lot to me, and I genuinely feel like a happy person when I'm around other people, which is great, and when I'm alone too. I'm not always not okay. And it's just hard for a lot of people to grasp that I'm not always okay. And it feels like they don't take it seriously when I try to explain to them that I'm not quite all there. And okay, what I get sometimes is I get panic attacks. So sometimes I can't breathe. Sometimes I like uncontrollably sob, and that also leads to not breathing, which is really not fun. And I just kind of feel gone. My brain just kind of shuts off and freaks out. And I just feel like I'm not there anymore. And it's a terrifying feeling. I do not wish that upon anyone. It is the worst feeling in the world. It's really hard. And it depends, like, I don't always get them. It really depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll have like 4 or 5 in a week. Sometimes I will have them once a month. It really depends. And sometimes when I talk to people, they think it's like a situational thing. They think, oh, it's just situational depression. It's just what's going on currently in your life. But no, it's more than that. You could feel it in yourself, and you know that it's a lot deeper than that. And again, people just don't get it sometimes. The people who do get it, though, are the people that you need to talk to if you're feeling these things. I have a couple friends who I can talk to about these things, and they are really what keep me going and really help me out. And just they have tips, too, on just ways to keep yourself going and keep yourself feeling good, and incredible people. If you don't have anyone like that in your life, go ahead and message me on Tumblr, amyscar.tumblr.com, disneyisawonderland.tumblr.com, either or, links in the description. I will always respond to you. If you need help, I am always there for you, I promise. Yeah, it's just keep yourself close with the people that matter to you, because they will get you through it, for sure. And I don't know, people for me are one of the most important things in the world. And so moving right away here has been really freaking me out because being alone really terrifies me. I mean, I won't be alone. I have a really cool roommate. I've got my family back home that I can talk to whenever, and I still have friends who I can talk to. I don't have a lot of people in the close vicinity, though, as to where I'm living, and that, again, freaks me right out. I know I'll make friends eventually, but it's just that weird kind of purgatory of time where you don't know if you can talk to a person. You know, you guys know, you've all started at new schools and things like that before, I'm sure. But yeah, so that's stressing me out big time. There's a lot of other things going on in my life right now that are really stressing me out, and it does not help the depression in the slightest. It's made it way harder. Sometimes you have just really, really great days despite what's going on, which is awesome. I love those days, and every one of those days I remind myself that everything is worth it, and you need to do that. I think that's something that really, really helps. But then if you're having a really bad day, like, there's a difference, again, there's a difference between a bad day and, like, a depression bad day. Like, this bad day, oh no, you got a flat tire, all this stuff's happening, dang it. You know, things like that. There's that kind of bad day. But then there's a depression bad day that just destroys you. It feels like, I can't even explain it. I really, really can't. There's no way to put that feeling into words for me. For some people there might be, but for me, that's just not how it works. And yeah, I'm scared of those days. I'm scared that there's a lot of those in my future. Yeah. So yeah, that's been really stressing me out. The reason I'm talking about this is because I kind of had one of those days today, and I want to be able to discuss this with people. I want people who also feel this way to be able to come to me, because helping people is something that matters to me so much. So again, feel free to talk to me. And of course, everything that I'm saying is totally me. Depression, again, comes in all sorts of forms and such, so everyone who is experiencing it may be completely different from me, and that's totally fine. In the same way that all humans are unique, all depression is unique, I think. And it's so difficult when people in your life don't understand. Please know that there's always alternate places to go. If the people in your immediate life do not understand, go ahead and talk to me. There's like walk-in clinics that you can go to, and they can recommend a psychiatrist to you. The help there isn't always immediate, but it's help. There's always lines you can call if you need help. If I can think of anything specific, I'll put links in the description, but yeah, just know that you're not alone. I don't like saying that, because when I am in mid-panic attack, I think about that. I think when people say, oh, you're not alone, stay strong, you'll be okay. And it is so hard to believe that. It is insanely difficult. I mean, I'm still here, so clearly I've gone through every one of those panic attacks, and I like to think of them as little mini, not challenges, accomplishments, I guess, like achieving something. I achieved something. I beat that panic attack. I beat it. I'm still here. I stopped myself from having one once. That was really cool, because I was in a room full of people, and that's the worst place, in my opinion, to have them, because there's all these people around to just stare at you while you're freaking out, and it's uncomfortable and terrifying, and it feels so just not okay. It's a little bit easier when you're alone. I mean, it's scary when you're alone. It is so scary, but you don't have people staring at you. I don't know. I don't think one or the other is better. I guess. I think I said the other one was worse, but now that I'm thinking about it, I can't really choose one or the other. Either way, know that there's help out there. It's hard to believe it all the time, but there is. I'm here. I promise. I promise so much. Can you promise so much? Is that a thing? I just did it. Too bad. Yeah. And I have really cool people in my life. I really, really do. I'm very, very lucky. Even if not all of them understand, I do have people who I can talk to, and I am incredibly lucky. You know who you are. If you're watching this, you know who you are. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think part of the courage, I think, where I got to talk about this, came from Robin Williams. I don't know, he was wonderful. So amazing. He brought so much joy and laughter into my life, and I just admired him so much. And I am so sad for his family and friends. I'm so sorry. He was just such a brilliant guy, and someone who is so witty and brought so much joy into so many people's lives. The fact that he's gone is incredibly difficult, and I feel so terrible that he had to go through so many horrible feelings and emotions. Depression just isn't taken seriously enough, I think is what I'm trying to say. Like, I've tried to talk to people before and they just tell me, oh, it's just this, it's just that, it's not a big deal, you're fine, you'll be okay. Yeah, okay, thank you for that, but I'm trying to tell you something very serious right now, and you're not quite getting it. I don't know, I felt like I repeated myself a lot in this video, and I really want to write a lot of thoughts down and then present them in a main channel video, because I would like to address this into a wider audience. But I do like being able to just sit down and just chill and just talk. That actually, it feels really good too. I feel like I'm getting something off my chest, because I have suffered from this for a very long time, and not a lot of people know, and it's hard to talk about. It's incredibly hard to talk about, but I feel really good talking about it, because I think I want to help people. I really, really do, and I think that this will hopefully do that. So thank you very much for watching. Don't you ever, ever, ever forget how amazing and wonderful you are, because you are so great and so strong. Seriously, thank you for being so wonderful and bringing so much light into this world. I hope you have a fantastic day, because you are so great and you deserve it in every single way. And I will talk to you guys later. Boop!